मेरा नाम Gabriel है। मैं बनारस में रहता हूँ।
Okay.
मगर मैं अमेरिका से हूँ।
So let me introduce myself. So my name is Sandeep Kumar and I hail from Jharkhand. Jharkhand means, Jharkhand is one of the state. It is the northern part of India.
Wait, sorry, you cut out. Could you say that again? Where are you from?
Yeah, I'm from northern part of India.
What state?
Yeah, state name is Jharkhand. It is one of the state name is Jharkhand.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So and now you can introduce little bit.
Okay. मेरा नाम Gabriel है। मैं बनारस में रहता हूँ।
Okay.
मगर मैं अमेरिका से हूँ। So yeah, so but right now I'm in America, but I've been living in India, in Uttar Pradesh.
That's good, wonderful. So just I want to ask you why you are here. Are you doing any kind of job or maybe you follow some spirituality, something? So what is the reason? Just I want to know.
I'm helping out a friend start a coffee shop, but I actually want to start my own business. So I'm looking to start a business there, but right now I'm learning the language so that I can start a better business.
That's cool. So you are learning Hindi, right?
Yeah.
Okay, that's wonderful. And anytime you need help, even you don't need any kind of help because already you are in India. So in Banaras, mostly people they speak Hindi. I know very well. I have never been in Banaras, but I know very well. Banaras is a spiritual places of Sri Krishna Hare Rama, like that. So
Yep.
it is a good place for visiting. So you can learn English. You can learn Hindi very well because everybody speak Hindi. So whenever you talk to any random guys, so you need to speak in Hindi, right?
Yeah. I need to learn. Yeah.
That's good. So so do you like India? I mean, so
Yeah.
first of all, okay, that's good. And I want to ask you how long you have been in India?
So I was in for 6 months so far, and so I'm trying to get back in February or March. I'll be back in India.
That's good. So, but I want to ask, some even I have talked one people. He is from Britain. Her name is I forget the name. So he's from United Kingdom, but right now he's living in India last 6 to 7 years, I think. So whenever I ask, I want to go to UK. UK is a good place. So always say no. UK is not a good place. Even I like India. I have been last few years. So what do you think about? Do you?
So I think I love India. I think it's a great place, but I also love USA. Where I'm from, I think both are great places. Very different, They're good for different reasons. Like with USA, like the infrastructure is really nice, right? The roads, the land, like the you can drink the water from the sink, things like that.
Yeah.
Very nice. But with India, the people are very community based, which is really nice. So it's I wish each country could learn from each other. I think both countries are wonderful countries, but very different, right? Different things that they're good at. So I love the USA. I love India. So I think both of them are wonderful countries.
Yeah, that's wonderful. Also, I like USA. That's why I'm learning English. In future, I want to go to USA.
Okay.
So I also focus on American accent that I could speak better. So I'm also focusing on American accent. I want to learn at least one accent that is American accent.
Okay.
Yeah. So I like to talk with native speaker. Whenever I found I get chance to connect with native speaker. So yeah, definitely I never want to let be to this chance.
Okay. So are you going? Do you want to visit USA?
Yeah, in future I want to go,
Okay.
and I like to, I like to speak in American accent, because it is a way where we can speak English very fast using connectors, and that a stress. Even we Indian people, we speak in English, but we don't know where we need to focus on a stress, pronunciation, even pronunciation, a stress, syllables. Mostly it's happened. So to being a non-English native speaker, I realize, all I'm for I I'm like I'm suffering from the well pronunciation stress, where we need to stress something like that. So really it is little
Okay.
bit difficult to learn English like a native. If I want to learn English just for making communication, so it is very easy. But if I want to learn like a native, so it's really difficult. I need to focus on overall. That means accent,
Yep.
pronunciation, syllable, intonation. Yeah.
So what do you think about this? What if like maybe once a week we would have a call, and then let's say for one half of the call we'd speak in English, and then for this another half of the call we speak in Hindi, right? So obviously, like for the English it would be more advanced English, right? Where because you want to hone and get your each set word sounding nice, get your accent right. Obviously for my Hindi, I'm still want to learn the basics, right? Want to be able to have you know obviously maybe beyond hello, how are you, but I want to be able to have basic conversations, uh, and be able to talk about, like, be able to have a friendship eventually in Hindi, right? That would be my goal, is to be at that level.
Yeah.
So I mean, is what's today? Today's Wednesday, right?
Yeah.
Are Wednesdays good days for you?
Yeah. It's a good day. It's a really wonderful day.
So around this time?
Yeah, it's night time. I think 10:30 p.m. So mostly I sleep at 11 to 12. You can say like between 11 to 12. So it is good time. I use this time for a study or reading something.
Okay. Okay. So how about this? So for our first practice, we'll plan for a week from today.
Yeah, I try. Also, I in this time I try to connect with some peoples and try to practice, because I want to
Cool.
work on my accent, pronunciation, grammar, and stress. That means stress is a
Okay.
major things. Mostly it's it is like kind of the struggle we face to be non-native English speaker. We don't know where we need to give the stress while speaking English. So mostly, and even accent, to learn accent we need to talk with native speakers, try to focus on the pronunciation, how they pronounce the words, how they produce the sound.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
So
what do you do for work, and what do you do?
yeah, I'm a teacher right now. I'm working as a teacher.
Awesome. Okay.
Yeah.
And then what? So you said you're in. You told me the state. What city are you near?
Yeah,
What's the biggest city in that
I
state?
said from Jharkhand. I
Jharkhand.
you are in Banaras, and Banaras is in UP. It is I think not so far from. I think distance from my city to your city is almost thousand more, not thousand, less than 1,000 kilometers something. I need to check.
Yeah.
Then
Not
I
far.
will tell you. Yeah, but it is still far.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One day you'll have to come to one day you can come to Banaras.
Yeah, definitely. But how long you will be there in India?
So I'll be there in around February or March.
Could you repeat?
In about 3-4 months, I'll be back in Banaras.
Okay, that's cool. Yeah, so definitely I will go, and definitely we will meet whenever
Yeah,
I go to Banaras.
it's a beautiful
Yeah, and
city.
that we will. Yeah, then we can talk manually. That means
Yeah.
face to face. So that will be help a lot.
Yeah, sounds good. Do you have so do you have
Yeah.
like brothers and sisters?
Yeah, I have some. I have brothers and sisters.
Cool. Yeah, I have three brothers. Three brothers. Um, yeah, yeah, that's cool, man. Yeah, that
So,
I.
which kind of business do you want to start in India?
So I have a couple ideas, but what I might do is, so here in the U.S., I was doing like inspections for restaurants. So I might do something like restaurant consulting. Um, so because that's so I used to work for a county government here, and I would do restaurant inspections. So I thought about doing restaurant consulting in India. So
Yeah, that's good. You can start restaurants, consulting, and even open restaurants. So yeah, it's a good place because in India, when we talk about, India is a kind of country. It is the most populated country all over the world. So whenever you are going to start business in India, so there is a probably chance business will grow. Even you can hold only few share market in India. Like the share capital, even
yep,
1%, less than 1%, it's enough because there is a huge population. So to start any business in India, it is really good.
yeah, and the India economy is on the rise too. It's the
Yeah.
Indian economy. It keeps going up, and I mean, the country is seems to be growing stronger and stronger every day.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
And when
yeah,
India is growing, so day to day, the economics, everything will be great very soon.
yeah, yeah, yeah. No, it's for real. Yeah. But
So just I want to ask you, do you face any kind of issue while talking to people in Hindi?
what is that?
Do you face any kind of problem while talking to people in Hindi?
Yeah, yeah. A lot of times. So like sometimes I'll be talking and I'll start like I'll hear what they say, and then the next sentence I will like I cannot understand what they're trying to say. So because it's still pretty basic for me right now. So
Okay, that's good. So do you use any kind of maybe translator or Google Translator something while talking to any random guys?
no, not really.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah.
So you try, but whenever just one thing I notice, whenever any people they try to speak Hindi, I could understand. Doesn't matter in which way they are speaking, but when I talk to any people, sometime I nowadays I could speak in English a little bit good, so I can talk to any random guys. But when I was beginner, that time whenever I was talking to any native speakers or people from US in UK, they they weren't understanding my English that time.
Okay.
They
Yeah.
were always trying that you need to work on your pronunciation, like on accent, because I am
Sure.
not familiar in Indian accent, so that's why I couldn't understand perfectly.
Sure.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but to be an Indians, I don't have any issue while listening Hindi in even any person if they are trying to speak English, sorry, Hindi in. Doesn't matter that person from any country or any part of the world. I could understand, but it's happened when we speak English.
Sure. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. But dire. So
Yeah, dheere
okay.
dheere. So yeah, gradually we can understand. So
Exactly.
I think you could learn Hindi very well or in a short period of time because you are living in such type of environment where everybody is speaking in Hindi. So that's the
Mhm.
reason you could speak Hindi very well in just short period of time.
Uh-huh. Yeah, yeah. I'm hoping.
Yeah, definitely. But when we talk about English, so for me, I need to study. That means I always try to connect with native speakers and always I study English, reading, writing, speaking, grammars, vocabulary, stress, pronunciation, everything.
Okay. Well, do you watch movies too?
Yeah, I also like to watch a Hollywood original movie. That movie made in UK and US.
Sure. Yeah, I
Yeah.
started watching uh movies in Hindi.
Yeah, you can watch
Well.
Bollywood movies.
Mm-hmm.
Bollywood movies is really good for learning Hindi.
Yeah.
Yeah, for learning English, when we talk about for learning English, so in India also there is a lot of movies dub in English, but they use Indian accent. So that's the reason we don't like. So if I always like to watch Hollywood original movie.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, Hollywood has lots of good movies. Yeah.
So do you want to give me some suggestion that how could I improve my English?
Sure. I mean, like, so if you're trying to speak, you want to speak in an American accent, right? That's your goal. Well, so like I would, try to replicate like a sentence, right? So, if you're trying to go from an Indian accent to American accent, and so let's just start with, hello, how are you? So say that back to me.
Yeah, hello, how are you? How to say
Yeah.
hello, how are you?
So hello.
Hello.
Yeah,
Am I
that's
right?
pretty good. Yeah. And then say, hello, how are you?
Hello, how are you? How are you?
So now try to imitate my accent as much as possible. Hello, how are you?
Hello, how are you? That's good. I need
Yeah,
to try to. Okay.
you're close. Yeah. Like, it sounds great. I mean, your English is really good. But obviously, if you're trying to imitate an American accent, so uh, right, which would be like me trying to do a British accent, right? It's that shift. It's a challenge, but yeah, I mean, your English is good, but definitely there's still some accent there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
actually I try to focus on British content, sorry, American content, or I have subscribed some American YouTubers. So I tried, even I have purchased some books like Master American Accent. So there is a I
Yeah.
have learned some connectors. That means we when we talk about American, so I think American they don't speak English fast. They use connect. They connect the word, means the first word and the last word. So even they speak slow, but it look like they are speaking very fast. It seems like speaking fast, right?
Sure. Yeah. And I think one thing, and I think switching from an Indian accent to American accent, one thing that is challenging is the V's and the W's, right? So V and W in Hindi, they're pretty much the same, right? They're very similar. थोड़ा एक जैसा है, मगर English में बहुत अलग है. So like the like if I were saying Diwali or Diwali, like they're kind of
Yeah.
interchangeable, right? The W and the V, where in English, right? If I were to say, okay, the president is in the White House, right? Like sometimes somebody from a Hindi speaking background with like
President.
or how about there is a viper in the White House. Let's say that, right? Like like v and w are much different, are a lot different. So I feel like that
Yeah,
would be
yeah.
something to watch out for.
Yeah,
Is
in
is
also in Indian pronunciation, people say president, but it's not president. It's presidents,
yeah,
something.
the president.
Oh yeah, presidents.
Yeah, well, and I would put the accent on the e in the first e in president,
Yeah,
not
president.
president.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the not like so it's president, not president.
Yeah, I
So
got it. So yeah,
yeah.
even when we talk about water, so in Indian accent we say water, but in American word in American is called water, water, in
Yeah.
D sound.
Yeah, water. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and also say letter. Even Indians say we litter, but in American letter something.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, D sounds. We have to work on D sound. Yeah,
What do you say?
we have to, mostly we have to work on D. Even when Americans say T, so it sounds like D.
Yeah, a lot. Yeah, most words. Yeah, yeah. Water. Yeah, except for the beginning of a sentence, right? So, like, if I were to say table, I'll use a T
Yeah,
there. But and yeah, if it's in the middle of a, then I'll use a D. Yeah.
yeah. But one
Yeah.
thing,
What do
one
you
thing yeah, okay, carry on.
what subject do you teach in school?
I teach IT, computer science.
Oh, that's cool. That's awesome.
Okay, yeah, it's a cool subject. So, when we talk about, I face a problem while, in focusing on a stress. For example, when we talk about some sentence, what will be the sentence like record? So,
Uh-huh.
record. We have to focus on like a present,
Yeah.
present and present. So, the stress in which syllable we have to give the stress.
Yes. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like where it's the act, like where it's stressed on. And I think another thing I could hear what you're doing is sometimes people from Hindi speaking backgrounds, what they'll say is they'll do they'll kind of roll their R's in the sense of like uh record instead of record, right? Or they'll say
Yeah.
like if I were to say like Pradeep, right? Where if I were saying it in an American accent, I would say Pradeep, like
Yeah, even
instead of
my name is Sandeep. So I mean, any American they say it's called always called Sandeep, not Sandeep. We say the in Hindi, but in English there is no sound of the.
right, right.
Yeah,
Yeah. So I feel like that those are a couple things I would work on if you're trying to sound uh trying to speak in more of an American accent. But I'll say this: your English is great. I mean, you speak English like wonderfully.
yeah. Actually, I'm crazy to learn American accent. So that's why I always try to connect with American guys. And the second one, as much as possible, I try to focus on
Yeah,
stress and accent.
yeah, yeah. I think that you're getting there. The R's I think are going to help too. Just like focusing on like if I'm saying like not stress, it's stress. That in the American accent.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
We say stress, but
yeah,
in American, stress. How to say
yeah. You said
stress?
it. So instead of stress, it'd be stress.
Stress.
Yes, yes, yeah.
Yeah,
That's
the reason,
yeah,
and we actually I need to work on syllables and stress, that where we have to sound, where we need to increase our sound and decrease or maintain the sound. So the mostly
okay.
it's happened, to native speaker who speak English since childhood, who know very well where we need to increase the sound and decrease the sound. That means, but we need to learn in each and every word. That means where will be, you know, a stress
Yeah,
on word.
sure.
Yeah, but in Hindi, Hindi is a kind of language. There no need to focus on a stress or something. You have to speak in a same way, in a same flow. Like whatever, मेरा नाम something है, or like मैं
Sure,
बनारस में रहता हूँ. So no need to give the stress. But if you want to show
sure,
the
sure.
emotion, or if you want to show the emotion, like very well, then we can use a stress. Like for example, अच्छा. That
Sure.
means, yeah, मैं समझ गया. अच्छा ठीक है. चलो ठीक है, something like that. In that scenario, you know, we can increase or decrease your words for showing the emotion. For example, if you are sad and someone are telling like, you know, can we go outside? So you can say नहीं मेरा मन नहीं है. So you can say like, you know, in slow voice. So it is a kind of the, you know, a facial expression, but doesn't matter. But there is no any stress in word. But in English is very confusing language. Just I want to tell you. For me, for you, it will be very easy because you are native English speaker. But for me,
हाँ.
for everybody, it is a very confusing language because there is some rules and lot of exceptions.
Yeah, because like, well, because the alphabet लंबा नहीं है, इसीलिए बहुत छोटी alphabet है, बहुत rules है,
Yeah.
you know, हिंदी में बहुत alphabet लंबा है, so इसीलिए नहीं बहुत exceptions है.
हम हिंदी में कोई, you know, if you know the grammar simple little bit, it's okay. There is no any rule. Everybody of, you know, in there is no rule, the simple rule, and that rule will be applied for everyone. There is no any exception in Hindi.
Okay.
That's the reason Hindi is very simple language. Or Hindi, you know, my native language is Hindi, so I know that, and I know little bit Sanskrit and also Urdu.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, sure.
So I realize that whenever I speak Hindi, there is no any kind of, you know, exception, something like that. But in English, it is really awkward, and we need to focus on everything. And the best way to learn English, just try to practice and try
Okay.
and listen also to native speaker, because whenever I listen to native speaker, it helps to understand the pronunciation, syllables, and stress.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I guess so. Yeah, I'm not sure if I can say this right, but क्या आपका शौक होता है? Like, what do you,
Okay,
what
that
kind
means
of
what are my hobbies, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, my hobbies are reading books. I'm a bookworm. Reading books, learning languages. Yeah, right now I'm learning English. I want to improve English in this year, and
Yeah.
next year I want to start Spanish.
Okay. Now in Hindi, what books are you reading? Hindi में कौन सी book?
I don't read Hindi books.
Okay.
Even I don't write Hindi word. I don't read Hindi. Only I speak
Okay.
Hindi little bit.
Okay. What books are you reading?
Yeah, I read all books in English language only.
Okay. Cool. Okay, cool.
But if you want to read English book in Hindi, so definitely there is a lot of good books available in India. Almost
Okay.
every books are available in Hindi language too. Even a lot of books which famous
Okay.
in all over the world also you can find the translated late, or you know, like that means the Hindi version in India, because a lot of people they prefer to read
Okay.
books in Hindi.
Okay.
Yeah, so do you read Sanskrit?
No.
No. Okay.
I you know, पहले मैं देखना सीखना चाहता हूँ.
लिखना.
Or समझना. I want to learn how to. I guess I should say okay. मैं बात करना सीखना चाहता हूँ.
Yeah, that's good. You know, I believe that there is a two way to learn English. Not learn English means any language of the world. The first one is just you have to visit on that country. You know, like for example, if I want to learn English, I need to visit. I need to stay in UK and US, and gradually I could learn, because on surrounding everybody will talk in English, so I will engage with that person. So definitely I could learn gradually, just imitating or, you know, talking to the peoples. And the third one, we have to go through the long journey. Long journey means, you know, that reading, writing, speaking, listening, grammar, vocabulary,
Sure.
pronunciation, almost everything. So you are in India right now, so the reason behind you could learn gradually. Just you need to talk with people a lot, lot whenever you go to any new places. Yeah, so
Yeah,
try to speak, and definitely you could learn easily without giving lot of effort.
sure.
But when you study Hindi, then you need to give a lot of effort. That means how to write, how to speak, how to read,
Sure.
something like that. Yeah.
Sure. Sure.
And so, what what are your hobbies? What do you like?
Um, I like reading actually a lot. I do a lot of reading. Um, and so I like reading, hanging out with friends. Um, yeah, that's mainly I like to read, hang out with friends. Yeah.
Okay, that's good. Yeah. So, which kind of book do you like to read?
I like lots of biographies. I really like biographies. They're probably my favorite. But then I like, practical books about finance and life and things like that. But I would say my favorites are biographies.
Yeah, I also like biography. So you said biography, but Indians say biography. It's
Ah,
separate. We Indians say biology, but Americans say biology. We Indians
yeah,
say science. We Americans say science. So it is a
yeah,
stress where we give to a stress. So definitely I need to focus on the stress,
yep,
biography, and science, biology, not biology, it's biology.
yeah,
And
yeah, 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 yeah,
kilometer, it's not kilometer, it's kilometer. So the
yes,
stress, yeah. So
yeah, yeah,
yeah.
yeah. I think because even in the UK they do it different than we do, and I think there's some UK influence in Indian English, So,
Yeah,
but yeah,
actually, I want to tell you, in India, mostly people will learn English through translating the things. Our teachers also, they try to teach in just translating. That means that means मैं बात कर रहा हूँ, तो मैं me means I बात कर रहा हूँ.
mhm,
That means I am talking. So they always try to translate. So that's why our pronunciation or our sound like Hindi, even whenever we speak English, and you
yeah,
can find some people, if they are speaking English, their accent is a strong Indian accent. A strong
hmm,
Indian accent means it is really difficult to understand by the other people. Only can be understand by Indians. So we need to
mm,
reduce our accent and try to be normalized that everybody could understand.
right,
Yeah.
yeah,
So the reason behind always we try to speak English in a Hindi way, like everything our we are speaking English, but it sounds like a Hindi because every sound we use Hindi sound. In
sure,
English there is only 44 sound, but we Indians make another sound too. Like there is no sound, but we include Hindi sound.
sure, sure. All right, I actually have to head out. But maybe maybe next week we'll talk again.
Yeah, definitely we can talk because I like to talk with you. When you need any kind of help in Hindi, definitely I will help you because I want to help people in Hindi, Sanskrit, and Urdu. I know Urdu, but I know only speaking. I don't know reading, writing.
Right, right, right. You're right, because the writing's
Yeah,
Arabic letters,
but
right? Yeah.
but I'm a teacher. I'm a teacher in my school. Some students they know Urdu, how to write Urdu. So definitely, I learned something like bit, that how to read Urdu. But Urdu is a very new language. Urdu is also introduced in India, in Hyderabad, in southern part of India.
Sure.
But nowadays, mostly spoken in Pakistan and India too.
Yep. Yeah. In some
Yeah.
parts of Punjab, right?
Yeah, Punjab. Yeah, you can say Punjab because Punjab has been divided, in two parts. Some part in India, some part in
Yep. Pakistan.
Pakistan. Yeah,
Yep.
that's the reason behind. And Punjabi is also mostly a spoken language in India. Even a study I was talking with one girl. She's from Mexico, so she was learning uh, Punjabi language.
Sure. Yeah, in
Yeah.
America, there's lots of Punjabis.
Yeah, Punjabi, and even you can find Tamil people too, from people from South India.
Right.
Yeah.
Definitely. Yeah. All right, I gotta go, but we'll talk again soon. All right.
Yeah, definitely. We can connect soon. Okay, bye. Have a nice
Yeah. Nice to meet
good
you.
night.
Bye. Bye.
Yeah, it was nice talking to you. Bye.
Nice talking to you too.
Bye.